Whoa, hello there, YouTube. Man, I tell you what, it's been a hot minute since I've done a live stream. And forgive me for the lighting is absolutely terrible. I'm in a hotel room. I'm not using an external camera. I'm just using the camera that's built into my MacBook here. I've got nothing with me for this. I just wanted to jump online and say hi. It's like I said, it's been a while. This wasn't advertised at all. I don't expect a whole lot of viewers to pop on just because it's late at night. It's completely impromptu. But here having a lot of fun in Virginia. I'm in Virginia right now. I'm in Tyson's Corner. I'm about 30 minutes outside of Washington D.C. So it's a fantastic area. And so yeah, I see a game reading 3640 Studios says game Tez. So how you doing? I hope you're doing well tonight. So I'm gonna just move this lamp. There's a lamp in my hotel room. I'm trying to set this up for a key light. Hopefully it's not too, good enough for intents and purposes tonight. A little bit of a shadow from my hat here, but that's all right. That's all right. So man, life has been crazy lately. This is, I think, my 7th, maybe 8th trip to Virginia this year. I'm on a massive project out here for the day job. But you know what? I'm loving life. I love this curtain behind me. You know what? I want to open the curtain just to see out into the hotel. If people walk by, maybe just like waving, like, "Am I on YouTube right now?" So, hey, Lynn, how you doing? It's miss these. Love to see you live. It's been a while, right, Lynn? It has been. But anyway, just for random, this opens up to the lobby, not the lobby, but the inside the hotel. So maybe it'll make it interesting. Hell, I don't know. Because me just randomly turning around, just like, oh, let's open the curtains in the hotel room. Yeah. So anyway, woohoo. Yeah, top floor of the hotel here. I'm staying at an Embassy Suites. It's not a bad property where I'm at. It's comfortable. I certainly enjoy these. Golly, I've been a member of the Hilton honors thing. God, I think this is my 8th or 9th year. I spent 5 or 6 years of that as a diamond member, and all that means you get all the perks. But man, you got to be away from home a lot to get to that level, whatever. So it is what it is. You enjoy the benefits when you travel a lot. It's it is what it is, right? Take the perks that I can. So I went out tonight. Found a fantastic spot up the road from the hotel to get some dinner because I know you guys care about what I had for dinner. So if you're in the area, I highly recommend going to a place called Role Play. You think it might be one of those little gaming restaurants, whatever, like tabletop games. It's not that at all. They have a lot of Vietnamese food, and they specialize in like little spring rolls. And sorry, I just read a comment and it made me laugh. But I had these spring rolls, whatever. They're fantastic. Had a banh mi sandwich. So good. Like, oh my gosh, so good, dude. The pork belly in that was just like on point. I also found a brewery close to the hotel. So I had to pop in there. I've talked about it quite a bit in the past, but I co-host a podcast called Craft Beer Bucket List with my best friend Mike, and we review craft beer from all over the country. Fun little side project for us. Let's see here. It says, did you know that nobody knows who buys the most glitter? And you know what? I believe that's probably a very true statement. Because who knows who buys the most glitter? Is that even a metric that's tracked? I would speculate that is not data that is readily available to the public. So good job reading 3640 Studios. So thank you for that, by the way. It's always good to have a random laugh. I certainly enjoy that. But yeah, man, a lot of work. So I encourage everyone, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how busy you are, try to carve out some time to go do something that you enjoy. Go do something fun and entertaining. For me, good food and good local craft beer is fun and entertaining. I told you I went to a spot called Role Play in Tyson's Corner, and I found a spot called the Caboose Brewing Company. Fantastic little spot. Great service. I tried 5 beers tonight. All of them were just amazing. So for me, that was a lot of fun. So, like I said, there's not really a point to this conversation tonight other than it's like you got a wild hair. It's like, you know what? I want to go live on YouTube. Haven't done that in a while. I also find this to be very fun and engaging, and I enjoy it. So you guys that have subscribed to my channel for any length of time, man, for years, I posted a video at least one a week. I did that for a long time. It all came to a sudden stop for me in January. I did one random live stream, and a buddy of mine who's an author who also lives in Virginia, he lives about 2 hours away from where I'm at. He authored his second book in a 3-book series, and I had him on to help promote his Kickstarter for that. His name is Brian Skillen. He's got a book series about his pilgrimage on the Camino to Santiago. Golly, I hope I said that right, Brian, if you see this later. But in any case, it's like you support your friends, right? Your friends are doing some stuff. You do what you can to help them out. And so his Kickstarter got fully funded. So his second book is going to be coming out soon. So I was excited for that. But like I said, I haven't posted a live video on here in a while. And so I feel like I owe you guys at least an explanation for that. So in January, I started a 4-video series, and I only posted the first video, and then everything just went radio silent. So I started I started a video thinking about how I wanted to lose 40 pounds before I turned 40. I'm a big guy. I'm a big old boy. I got some extra to lose, which is great. So I didn't reach my goal at all, which is fine. I did overall, right? I'm down 40 pounds this year, but it didn't happen before I turned 40. So in any case, it got there, but not in the timeline that I had set. But in the middle of editing the second video, I had recorded the first 3. I had plans to record the 4th video in the series. But back in January, golly, this is the first time I've said anything about this online other than my personal Facebook page. But in any case, my God, I don't even know how we got here. This random conversation. But anyway, I lost my dad in January. My dad passed away, and I took that. It was really hard on me. So in the middle of this area, I just totally turned everything off. Right. So the Instagram post slowed way down. Of course, YouTube became pretty much a non-thing for me. And sadly, I haven't had much motivation since then to post any edited videos. Right. So again, I don't, like I said, the title of this is Random Late Night Chat, whatever, Hotel Virginia, blah, blah. So no one's going to watch this expecting to hear about why I haven't posted a video in a while. But at some point, it had to come out. And I know a lot of folks, I've had a good number of folks reach out to me and ask, hey, what's going on? I know Lynn is, we talk on Instagram some here and there. So I certainly do appreciate you wanting to keep up with myself and the family, make sure we're all okay. It absolutely means the world to me. But yeah, that's why I haven't posted a lot. So just the creativity, the will and the drive to just make videos and all that, just for me, it just hasn't been there. I know it's been 8 months. But yeah, it's been rough. So Lynn's like, oh, that's a tough loss. Thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate that. So I have had, and also on the side, I talked about the podcast, but I do have a drone business at home. I do custom photos and videos. I've had a good number of small projects come up with that, and I like to post those on my business page. Let's see if I can even type that in the comment here. Let's see if it'll let me post a link. I think I can get away with it. Yep. So I just posted a link to my drone page. I have posted a few videos to that. Lynn is absolutely right. But even those have been tough. It's hard for me to sit down and edit a video. And part of that, this is something I've never done in my life up until this point. But But we were still very much in the middle of COVID, and we're still in COVID. Golly, it's not quite like it was when I did the 50 straight days of live streams at the beginning of last year. But because of COVID and where family are located in the country, I wound up doing I hosted a virtual memorial service for my dad. And so that was a project I did with a couple of friends in Tulsa I've done a lot of video work with and whatnot. And so we hosted the live stream, and part of that, I made a short video of photos for my dad, made a photo montage. And also I had family members record videos and send them to me so we could have some sort of interaction with the family while we were doing the service remotely via live stream. And I tell you, using the same software that I make my other videos with to make the memorial for my dad was very difficult. I didn't even want to look at Premiere. I use Adobe Premiere. I didn't want to look at that for a while. Even for the videos I was paid to make, I didn't want to open Premiere. I didn't want to look at it. It was too hard. So it was rough. But that keeps you it kept me anyway, from wanting to just, make videos here. And I'm sorry for that, guys. I apologize. I don't have the biggest subscriber base. Others people, hundreds of millions of folks, but everyone in the Ray family, it's like, man, you get connected, and then all of a sudden I just kind of dropped off the plan. Is like, man, I kind of feel bad. So my apologies. So again, I appreciate the support and folks reaching out, like I said, on Instagram and the Facebook page. And I just said, hey, you guys okay? How's the family? That always means the world to me. It's like, wow. I always consider myself just be a regular dude, everyday regular guy. And there's like legitimately folks that are genuinely concerned and interested in the safety and well-being of my family. And that is so moving, so motivating. And it's like, wow, there are good people left on this planet. There are. I remember posting a video at the end of 2020. I wound up catching COVID myself, totally whipped my ass for 2 weeks. I wound up in quarantine with COVID through Christmas and New Year's. And right as I was ending my time with COVID, my mom and dad both came down with COVID. And it was 3 days after my dad's doctor said he was over COVID. He died from a heart attack. So I don't blame COVID for my dad's passing, but I'm 100% convinced it didn't help. The old man was in his 70s, and survived the Rona, but took its toll on him. So a story I want to share, again, this is random, but I never wore jewelry a whole lot. I've been married for 12 years. Everybody here knows wifey. I lost my wedding ring at a pool party, probably 5 years ago. I never got it replaced. And so it's like wifey, she almost never wears her wedding ring. It started for work for her. She'd take it off, leave it on her, nightstand, whatever. When she'd go to work, she'd come home and put it back on. And then just eventually she didn't wear it as much. It's like, we've been married a long time. We both know we're married. It's like, whatever. But I don't wear a lot of jewelry otherwise. So my dad got this ring for me. Hold up to the camera. When I turned 30. So, ooh, that looks good. Yay, that's a decent shot for just the built-in camera on my MacBook. But the old man got this for me. It was a present for my 30th birthday. And when I was 30, I'm always been a big old boy, but I was much chunkier when I was 30. And my fingers were literally too fat to put this ring on. I couldn't put it on. It would get to about right here, and it would just hang up. Just wouldn't get there. After I started, with the personal training, the weight loss program earlier this year, I lost enough weight to where I could put it on. I always kept this in a safe spot just because my dad gave it to me. But I was thinking about the old man. It was probably around March. When Dad passed in January. In March, I pulled out the ring. I'm like, man, just for shits and giggles, let's just see if this thing fits. So I pulled out a little box and I put it on, and I just immediately started to cry. I was like, oh my God, I can finally wear this. Lost enough weight I can put it on. It's like, too bad I can't show dad. The rinky got me. But now I wear it every day. Reminds me of my dad. So for me, that's kind of a cool story. Some of the things worth sharing. Just a little thing. So every day now gives me something to think about the old man with. So a little Dawn, she loves it. She thinks it's a cool little ring. You know how little kids are, man. They always try to find something to do with you, be silly. And Dawn, she always tries to pull my ring off. She just grabs a hold of it and will just pull on it and pull on it, and she can never get it to go past my knuckle. And she gets so frustrated because I can just slide it right off. Um, she doesn't know to push up on the bottom of my finger to get it up over that knuckle to pull it off. It's a little silly game we play, man. She'll just sit there and just try her hardest to pull it off my finger. I think it's sweet. Yeah, little kids are. I mean, golly, she's getting older. She's going to be 8 next month. Can't believe I'm about to have an 8-year-old daughter. I tell you, time flies. Time flies. Like, I turned 40 earlier this year. Like, I am a 40-year-old man. I have an 8-year-old kid. Is like, where in the world has the time gone? Wow. So, thinking in June of next year will be the 5-year anniversary of launching this channel. I can't believe it'll be 5 years. Like, where in the world has the time gone? Where has it gone? But yeah, so I was thinking tonight, like, you got to take time out no matter what's going on. I've been working so many hours, man. 12, 13-hour days have been boilerplate lately for what is required. I cut out at 6 o'clock tonight. I was like, I'm done. It's like, done. Came to the hotel and opened up my laptop and worked for like another hour and a half. It's like, dude, bro, what are you doing, man? So I just closed it. And not this laptop. This is my personal machine. I got my work machine just like right over here on the desk at the hotel. I said, no, man, I got to go get some dinner and go do something fun. You got to take time for yourself. And Lynn, I see the comment here. You're permitted a timeout to take care of yourself. Absolutely right, honey. And I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot. It is reading 3640. I love the random comments here. This is fantastic. So, a fun fact, there was an express locomotive known as the Galloping Sausage. That is fantastic. And now that's a thing we know. So, that's fantastic. So, keep that stuff coming. I am very entertained by that. And I'm glad that you're sharing this here. That's a lot of fun. Lots of fun there. So I've got bottle. And no, this is not a paid endorsement for Dasani. This is bottles of water they have available at the little store, if you will, whatever you call it, at the entrance of the hotel. Got to have some agua. Got to get some water, right? So yeah, I agree, Lynn. We need the LOLs. We need the LOLs. Don't forget to drink water. So important, I guess. So if you're going to have a galloping sausage, you may as well have some water to go with that. Is that even a thing? I don't think I've ever said galloping and sausage in the same sentence literally before tonight, ever. So I think that's pretty fantastic. Maybe I should get a tattoo of that galloping sausage. Just like right here, galloping sausage. Hell, I don't know. That's silly. Probably won't be doing that. So, but yeah, so good times. So what's going on for you guys? Tell me what's new in your world. What has you up so late? I'm on Eastern time zone. It is 12:30 where I'm at. What has y'all up so late? Anything fun? Anything special? Just getting in from the bars? Who knows? I went to a brewery. For me, that was fun. Let's see here. An entire steam locomotive class of locomotives were called bongos just to piss off an aristocrat who said, I will not have an engine named Bongo leading my train. I would. I guess. Because hell, why not? Bongo. I think it's a fantastic name for a train engine. Now, Lynn says escapism. That's fair. Definitely totally fair. Sometimes, especially hopping on YouTube or TikTok. Man, I tell you what, TikTok, that is a rabbit hole and a half. I used to get lost in videos on YouTube. I would just watch video after video. And I started watching TikTok, and I get so caught up in these 60-second videos. My goodness. I don't really follow a lot of people on TikTok. But I get like they got a fantastic algorithm. You watch one little video, and before you know it, you're watching like 50 DIY videos in a row. And I love the little military videos that you see on there. Some of that stuff I find very intriguing. I love the ones with like the guys with the mortar guns, whatever. Like the mortars, they like drop a thing in a tube and they go. But man, I love those little videos, and like the ground vibrate, do the slow motion thing, and everything. Just, you see all the shock waves ripple, and these dudes just stand still, like whatever. I'd probably shriek like a little girl, man. That would probably scare me if one of those went off nearby. These dudes are just hardcore. Love the military. Let's see here. Reading 30. Are you from Reading, Pennsylvania, like the train line? That's a good question. I want to see what they come back with after that question, Lynn. I do. I definitely do. So, yeah, so random here. That's me. It's already me on YouTube, Instagram, rabbit hole. It is a rabbit hole, man. Talking about an escape. I mean, sometimes it's just a fun way just to get. We all, I think, need a break from reality. Um, I think social media can absolutely be abused or become too prevalent in our lives. But every once in a while, it's good to just take 20 or 30 minutes and just kind of get away from it all. I think that's healthy if done in the right dose. Like anything, I guess, like they say, anything else or anything in moderation, right? Yeah. So, but I am certainly no expert in that. Don't catch me lying. So that's pretty cool, and good thinking on that, by the way. Um, yeah, sorry, I looked up. I just heard a noise coming from out the other side of the hotel. I was like, what in the world was that? It almost sounded like a motorcycle, which seems odd to me because on the other side of the hotel is like just other buildings. No place for a vehicle to really do anything. And so Sopranos clips, man, that was such a fantastic show back in the day. The Sopranos. Tell you, HBO comes out with some of the best TV, and not a paid endorsement for HBO. God, I hate that I have to say that on YouTube all the time. Anytime you bring something up like this is not a paid endorsement, this is not sponsored, just my life, just talking about what I do in my everyday life. When it's sponsored, I'll tell y'all it's sponsored. But anyway, you gotta say that stuff. But man, like Westworld, y'all ever seen Westworld? Oh my gosh, this show was fantastic. Love that stuff. Like House of Wolves on HBO. Ooh, man, I got sucked into that at the end of last year, or maybe the beginning of this year. I forget when exactly it was. It was winter time when that came out. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic show! And I love the little. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. It's getting late. It's just going on 1 a.m. Got the yawns. But man, I love the documentaries on HBO. I get into those. I just watched one the other night. I think it's a more than one part series, but talking about done by Spike Lee and about how COVID affected New York City and whatnot. It's like so insightful. Of course, Spike Lee's was very entertaining. You could definitely tell. I mean, obviously he's from New York. You watch his stuff, and he's always got a New York flair to it. He puts his personality into it. Always just shines through really well in his stuff. I enjoy it. But HBO in the series, The Sopranos, another fantastic example of that. So, and I did not know. Keith, I just saw a question from Keith Herzig. Oh my gosh, dude, don't ask me about stress right now, bro. Whoo! Oh my gosh, man. So Keith and I, we've known each other for a number of years now. We work for the same IT company, and so I've talked about it before. I'm a project manager, and Keith, I'll give him some kudos, man. He's one of the best techs I've ever worked with. I always love seeing his name when it assigned to one of the deals that I'm working on. Because okay, Keith's here. All right, that's that much less for me to worry about. I know this dude's got it covered. But no, man, stress straight through the roof. And I believe this show is called House of Wolves. You know what? Let me Google that real quick. Pull out the. So sorry, I'm looking down. Whole rule of thumb: you're supposed to make eye contact with the camera, be engaging with the people watching you. I'm going to look at my phone for a minute. I want to make sure I give you the right title here, Lynn. Oh, it's not how Raised by Wolves. Raised by Wolves. That's the name of that show. Oh my gosh, fantastic! Right, there's only one season so far, but dude, great show, man. And hey, Rebecca Gerson, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here, and thank you too, Keith. Thanks for popping in for a minute, man. I always glad to see you on the stream. Just late night random conversation. So I'm in Virginia right now, Keith. I'm out here on a massive project. Oh my gosh, man! I think as I was talking earlier, I think this is my 7th or 8th trip to Virginia in the last 3 months. I'm going to be in and out of here until at least March of next year. So massive project. I've got about 40 direct reports right now. About 30 of those are technicians. So big project, man. Lots of nerdy stuff going on. So, but it's all good. I guess it makes sense, right? You know, I got a podcast, it's your own business, YouTube channel. Obviously I deal with technology stuff, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I do. It keeps me going. And yeah, thumbs up, definitely thumbs up, raised bow. Have you seen that, Lynn? Have you seen it, by the way? Um, I thought it was a great show. I watched one episode and I was like, oh my gosh, and I just binged it. Yeah, great show. Well, I say, but you can't binge. You know, HBO it only comes out one episode a week. It's not like Netflix where you can just keep going. And I am well, Miss Rebecca. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Lynn says not yet. So, oh, honey, I tell you, I highly recommend that show. So it's not too. I say it's not too gory. It's not too crazy. Sorry, I got to yawn again. Excuse me. Nothing too crazy on it, but I mean it's HBO. You see some stuff on there. Definitely not as bad as like Game of Thrones, right? There was a little bit of everything in Game of Thrones. So this was not anywhere near as bad as that. I think that the first episode was by far the goriest, and it wasn't even that bad. Kind of chilled out as it moved through the season, but just a great storyline. So, in a talk about content online, I watch Netflix a lot. And no, this is not a paid endorsement for Netflix. It's just what I watch. It's what I pay for. I don't get Netflix for free. I pay for it. But anyway, man, I've been like, when I get a chance to watch TV, which is a pretty rare occurrence, I have been hooked on these little short docu-series about serial killers. Y'all get into those? I watched one once that I heard, people talk about it, and I turned one on, and it was like a four part, like less than 4 hours long, right? Like 45-minute episodes or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, like the Son of Sam. We all heard of Son of Sam. But there was so much stuff I didn't know about him. I'm like, this guy was bad. He's a bad man. Bad man. You get a lot of details, and it's just like mind blowing. And so I watched that, and I started watching all these other ones. And it's like, oh my gosh, just when I think I am a messed up individual, it's like, no. These guys are just like, dude, I would never be on. Like, wow, what happens to make somebody like this? Was it like a lifetime of just negative things that turned them into that? Or did like just something snap in their brain? Or I don't know, man. I have no idea how to analyze that, but it's like, as bad off as I think I might have ever been, at least I'm not a serial killer. Thank God I'm not a serial killer, because that is bad, right? Um, and so, yeah, let's see. A fun fact: during World War One, small 600 millimeter railways to transport troops between the trenches and more bases. This was before cars became a viable option. Oh, yeah, definitely the rails were utilized a lot then, right? So, a cool fun fact. And let's see here. Lynn's like, I knew an FBI profiler, read books on them. People should know what walks among. Yes. And dude, speak of FBI profilers, have y'all seen Mindhunter? Have you seen that on Netflix? Because oh my gosh, woo. Apparently that's based on a what do they call it, hi-fi history fiction, based on real people. Um, and wow, intense, very intense. Like I can't believe the stuff I've seen on that, and to think that even if part of it is based on a true story, wow. Very cool, in my opinion. Very cool. And I see Keith's comment here. Thanks for the kudos. I just do my job. I feel the stress too, and do know you're one of the best as well. Well, thank you, Keith. I appreciate that, man. I'm like you. I feel like I just show up and do my job, man. I do my best, and for the most part, I just hope it works out, man. Pour yourself into it. Do what you got to do, and hope it comes out. Um, so I feel like we're on the same page with that, man. Usually works out okay. Sometimes it doesn't. It's like, oh, better not do that again. My bad. Right? What do you do? Just learn from your mistakes, pivot, keep moving forward, and just try better on the next iteration. Right? I think that's anything in life, though, not just our day jobs. So I don't know if you guys know, I don't do this a lot. Like this has never showed up in one of my edited videos, but I vape. Like I vape a lot. I used to be a smoker. I used to chain smoke. It was like 2 packs a day, man, for years, and cut that out. And now I just hit the vape. So if you didn't know that about me, sorry, never really tried to hide it. I just don't put these in the edited videos. But I vape. I still need the nicotine. I'm not saying this is the perfect solution, um, but I think it's better than chain smoking. Todd Autry, how's it going, man? I hope you're doing well, my dude. Thanks for popping. I said, man, I'm the same way with dipping. So I never got into that. Not to say that I haven't done it because I gave it a try when I was younger. And said, hey Ray, I'm from Broken Arrow. I'm like, dude, we're in the same Tulsa Drone Club together, man. I've seen quite a bit of your drone photos and stuff, man. I'm familiar with your name, my dude. So fellow Okie has joined the stream. Yeah, man. Well, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. If you just joined, I've told everybody it's only 11:46 at home. It's going on 1 o'clock. I'm in Virginia right now. I'm out here for my day job. I travel quite a bit for work, and went out and had some dinner, and found a brewery. And I got back to the hotel and like, you know what? I think I want to get on YouTube. I haven't done a live stream in forever, so I love that stuff, man. Todd says, I appreciate it. I hope I can take shots like you do someday. Man, you get there. It just takes a lot of practice, man. I remember some years ago, gosh, going on 6 years ago now, I had a drone probably a year before I ever started a YouTube channel. And man, I bought a Phantom 4 and I put that thing in the air and I just thought everything I did was magic. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing shot. And I look back and it's like, oh gosh, that was straight garbage. I thought I was cool because I had a drone, didn't know what I was doing. And dude, it just takes a lot of practice. I don't know how many hours I spent watching YouTube videos, trying to learn to get better, and then just going out day after day, man, taking video and photos, and linking up with other people and getting some advice. And just after a while, man, it's like you learn how to frame things up, you learn how to edit, and just make things look cool. So definitely a lot of time and a lot of effort to get to. I think I just take mediocre pictures for the most part now, and I know I take good stuff, right? I mean, I get paid to take video and photos on my drone. So somebody has to turn out some sort of quality product to get to that, right? Um, but yeah, dude, just a lot of time and a lot of effort, man. Um, so, but let's see here. Lynn says, "Do you follow Atlanta Drone Guy on Instagram?" And you told me about him in the past. And I don't follow him. I looked at some of his stuff, and no, I agree. Dude gets some fantastic shots. Absolutely. So, but I enjoy it, man. It's good to have a creative outlet, and I wish I'd have realized that earlier in life. Um, because for me, that's important now. It's like for coming out to Virginia, my first few trips, I brought a drone, and and of course the days were longer. A couple months ago, I could get out and do stuff. But here where I'm at, there is so much restricted airspace. It's tough to get out. Even though I've got a license, I can get authorization in most places. There's like a 35-mile radius of Washington D.C. that's absolutely forever a no-fly zone for drones. Unless you're government, you're somebody special. You're just not gonna fly. So I quit bringing it. But when I get home, like even if it was just on the weekend, man, I put the drone up somewhere. I go fly, and I fly like crazy. Get some photos, get some video and whatnot. Um, but for the most part, just been doing stills lately, just still photography, posting those to my Facebook page, and so there's something about, I don't know, for me, I find it almost therapeutic. Go out and take a bunch of photos, throw them up into Adobe Lightroom, and just try to pull out some just vibrant, true to life colors. Um, I don't know, like I said, just I find it therapeutic. I love to make dinner when I'm at home too. I find up chopping up vegetables, man. I love to use fresh veggies and herbs and whatnot. There's something about just chopping stuff up and just putting it together. I find it very therapeutic. Um, After a long day, it's fun to cut everything up, make dinner, and just have some yummy food. And yeah. So one thing that sucks, I used to like I can't smell anything. Um, 8 months after recovering from COVID, I still can't smell. I got my taste back, but the nose is just like boop, straight turned off, like nothing, not a thing. When you cook, that's like one of the favorite parts about cooking is being able to smell it, and nothing for me. It's terrible. Um, there's still people out there talking about how COVID's fake. It's like, man, I'm not trying to get up on that tangent. It's like, piss off, dude. I had COVID and I still can't smell. Tell me that's fake. I don't want to hear it. I don't. But anyway, yeah, I still enjoy it. I can taste it. I got my taste back after about 3 weeks. Still no smell. And Lynn says, "How can you taste without smell?" My honey, I wish I knew, because our whole lives we're taught is like, oh, if taste and smell are totally combined, and I believe that to a point. But I can taste, but absolutely can't smell a thing. I've talked to my doctor about it, and he's recommended I try to find some like not therapy. I don't think therapy is the right word, but there's some sort of folks that you can find out there that can help you retrain your nose or something. Um, I don't know how that works. I haven't had a chance to even do any research on it to try to figure it out. I know there's stuff that has a very pungent smell. I hold it under my face or on my nose and just like breathe in, like, and try. Um, Nothing. I've had people hand me stuff, um, and they're like, you know it's going to be something disgusting. You try to smell it, and they're just like, nah, it's like not a thing. One of my annual fishing trip with some dudes, we go to Lake Texoma every year, and we got an Airbnb out in the middle of nowhere by the lake, and we're sitting around drinking beer on this campfire, and all at once I see all the guys just get up and they just kind of disperse. I'm just left sitting. I'm just like, did I do something? Like, what did I do wrong? Y'all just kind of bolted, and they're like, oh my god, that stinks. I'm like, what the hell y'all talking about? And long story short, man, there was a skunk decided to spray something not too far away from where we were at, and the dudes they couldn't take it. It was too much. They all scattered, and I was just sitting there completely oblivious to the fact that a skunk did his thing, very close to where we were at. Like, I can't smell anything. Sorry, guys. So sometimes not being able to smell is a blessing, because In that moment, I was completely unaffected by the effects the skunk had on everybody else. It is what it is. So, but I tell you what, man, it's getting late. It is close to 1 o'clock. I'll be honest, I'm sleepy time. We've been going for 40 minutes now. So I gotta say, everybody that tuned in, y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. Like I said, it was a completely random, no planning, no preparation. I didn't even make a thumbnail for this. I just skipped that whole part of the setup. Like, whatever. I'm not too worried about it. Just wanted to have a conversation, man. Just talk for a minute with you guys. So I missed this. I missed the interaction with the Ray family. Y'all are just awesome. I always appreciate you guys. It's incredible to me that just everyday regular dude like me would even have a dozen subscribers, let alone 7,000. It's just like, for me, mind blowing. Can't believe that. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys. Do me a solid. I say this all the time. Be biggest. Be what makes somebody else's day great. So love you guys. Have a great night. Be safe. And hopefully I get to see y'all again soon. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.